Got who? Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just funny. That's just funny.
Today is May 16th, and what meeting is called to order at 2:03. Will the interim city clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Black,
Here.
Vice Mayor Douthat,
Present.
Commissioner Lister,
Here.
Commissioner Hodges,
Here.
Commissioner Oakley.
Here. All right, the first item on the agenda is discussion of an appointment of Madeira Beach Commission members to the Big C. Everyone okay with going forward with that?
That's fine.
Yes.
Okay. Discussion on committees, that'd be Nancy.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I have 3 committees that I want to set up in the workshop.
Okay. All right, we okay to go forward with that one then?
Good here.
The committees are like ad hoc committees, is that you're setting up? Or?
Like a charter review committee, bid processing committee, and a budget committee.
Okay.
Next is discussion on state appropriations for the ball field lighting.
I think it should stay on.
Stay on. Okay. Next one is discussion on posting of the city clerk job. And that should stay on.
I think it should stay on.
Discussion of the city attorney's contract.
That should stay on.
Stay on.
Stay on.
Mayor, can I just jump in and just let you know, I didn't have the opportunity to introduce Eric Ogello, who's sitting to my right, to everyone that is present, especially Commissioner Oakley as you walked in. I wanted everyone here to know that Erica is an attorney in our office. She's the one that I've been talking to you about at the last couple of meetings. and I wanted you to put a face with the name. So that's who's sitting beside me at this point, so.
Okay. Thank you. Discussion on the possible event at the Recreation Center.
Skipped one.
6, number 6.
Oh, I did skip that one. Discussion and authorization of finance employees to Seaside Bank account.
I have no idea what that
What
is.
does that entail?
I'm sorry?
That basically is the authorization for some of our finance staff, in lieu of some of the changes we've made, to,
Well, you're going to have to speak into this. You can slide down because, just so the folks at home can hear you.
that's basically to allow additional names, authorization to that account of some of our finance staff, in lieu of some of the changes, so that we can take care of banking and some of the other financial things that we need to do for that bank.
Who's currently on the account?
I think Patrick is on there, but, you know, they also wanted something official that Patrick's name is being put on there instead, in place of Vince. So it's just more or less of a technicality, a technical thing that they want the required authorization that we're having the right people assigned to the account, at least until a short term here.
Okay.
I think staff would recommend leaving it on.
Yes.
Yes.
Discussion of possible event at the Recreation Center. Does anybody know what that event is? Oh, there.
I think we're going to have microphone training.
I'll talk about it.
Basically, Commission, it's I think it's a good workshop item because I actually have another event that came to me too. 2 potential concerts that are there, but I think it's a pretty good time to get an overall review of what direction we want to go to as far as running events. It's also pretty important, figuring it's budget time, to figure out what we're going to budget for potential revenue coming in.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're good with that one?
Yes.
Then we have the ordinance 2017-06, amending Chapter 6, alcohol sales. I think we've discussed that before, so put that on the agenda.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is just to coincide with what the county is doing to start alcohol sales at 8 a.m. instead of 10. So we have the draft and wanted to go over that before we did our first reading.
Okay,
This is Sunday only, right?
I believe,
Well,
yes, for Sunday.
That's
Correct.
the one move, okay.
Well, let me just make it absolutely clear. Sales are prohibited currently from 3 to 8 a.m. every day of the week except for Sunday. Your code also prohibits sales from 3 a.m. until 10 a.m. on Sunday. So with this change, you're going to make the prohibition of sales from 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. every day of the week. And it would match with what the county has.
discussion of fire inspector.
Yes, Madam Mayor. This is a position that we had talked about previously being funded, and the issue that we have as far as our ISO rating and the pre-planning inspection program that's not being currently done within the city. And this is something that's already calculated in the budget, and that we can, I just wanted to discuss that option with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Interim city clerk salary.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Discussion on pump out vote. Okay.
That one's mine, and I'll have all the proper information for everybody at the workshop, and we can talk about it and decide at that point whether we want to say yay or nay, and then we can move forward. But Staff would recommend leaving that on there.
All right. Budget calendar.
It's my goal to have budget calendar to provide to our council and to list the dates that we need to get certain things done, and also how to approach the review of the tentative budget and the process workshops and so forth.
We'll leave that one on.
Yes.
Replacement for truck 90.
Yes, once again, that's mine. I'd like to leave that on there, and I'll have that explanation along with a couple of comments about the vehicle replacement plan at that time.
Dave,
Okay.
can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
When you have truck number 90, what is it? Is it just a regular utility? Is it a garbage truck? or-
This one is just a regular utility truck. It's just lovingly known as the cone truck, the farm truck.
Is that the one with the bed on the back like a dump truck?
No, this one is, it's usually has a trailer attached to it with cones in the back.
Okay.
Is that the best description of it?
Okay.
She's been very faithful to the city. She's had a good life, but it's time to retire her.
Okay, all right.
But we'll have we'll talk further about the vehicle replacement plan at that time too.
Good.
Just to get all the other commissioners up to speed on how we move forward with that.
Okay. Authorization of expenditures for the fire department vehicle.
Yes, Madam Mayor, this was discussed briefly the other night. It's a vehicle, it's, again, it's a roll-down process. It's already budgeted. It's in the budget for that. And I'll have all the background information so you'll know where our vehicle is going within the fleet, which vehicle is actually being taken offline.
13 and 14 will go together.
Okay.
Okay. Discussion on welcome signs.
That's mine. I was going to suggest, I know we talked about it last year or so, Terry? And we just talked about, I think there was some work,
Go ahead.
but there was some, like we were doing the beautification on the streets and doing the streets and the medians and everything. And I don't remember it going any further than that. But I was thinking if we could get something back out in front of Publix, like a welcome sign, and then over here on 155th and Gulf Boulevard.
Yes, ma'am. 155th is going to be a challenge just because of we don't have much median or space there. And I've talked to DOT about this. We'll leave it on here, and I'll get some information to Nick for the packet that talks about some of the dialogue we've had back and forth with DOT. There's some real opportunities for us, but yes, we can get that done.
Okay, great.
Let's
And I
leave it
thought with
on
the
there.
budget coming up too, we can work
Right.
into the budget. That'd be great.
I'll try to have all that stuff together for you in
Okay.
that time.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Nancy, did you know that this was brought up back when Martha Booz was on the commission?
Oh, my gosh.
That's how long this keeps getting brought up and brought up and brought up.
Yeah. Well, I know when they did the work down at the Publix, they got rid of everything, so
Yeah, I remember,
now it's
yeah.
time to replace it.
Discussion of workout facility.
Hi, guys. Another real true workshop item. With the termination of the Strong 8 contract, we got to figure out, especially with the budget coming up, what the plan is for the new facility, just so we can budget correctly for it. Are we going to add equipment? Are we looking to add staff for it? Things like that. I think it's just a good time to talk about it and kind of hash it out and see where we go from there with it.
Okay. Good on that. And the last one here is discussion on contract approval and procurement authority.
This was actually added due to discussion with our attorney.
Right now, without the city manager, the city manager has a certain authority to make purchases on behalf of the city. There is no one here that has that capability right now because the city manager is presently suspended. There are also provisions, sometimes we need the city manager to sign contracts. Since the city manager is suspended, we can't get that done either. So what we're looking for is a discussion as to how the city wants to handle that during this interim period, the next 30, 45 days. We just can't sit back on our laurels and think that everything is going to work out. We need someone to have that authority to do that, whether it's, the fire chief, Mr. Marzocano, Mr. Pierce, the mayor, whoever you want. It needs to be someone that is readily available so they can get to City Hall and get things signed when necessary. So that's really what this discussion item is, to kind of pursue that a little bit, see what direction the commission wants to go. But we have to have someone in that place. So it's really important that we keep this one on the agenda.
Okay, any more items?
I'm good with that, that's for sure. We all received a letter from Crawford's lawyer, so we got to talk about it. We got to put him on the agenda. Got to put the suspension or the termination or the reconciliation, one of the two, but we still have to talk about it.
All right, so we'll call that the attorney's letter from regarding Mr. Crawford's suspension. Anything else?
I think I just want to make it absolutely clear, this discussion is going to be about the letter itself. Obviously, under the charter, Mr. Crawford has the opportunity to the public hearing before the commission relative, to that process of termination. And I just wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page relative to what's going to happen at the workshop. This is not that public hearing. This is just a discussion amongst the commission about the letter itself. And so we're going to need to have that public hearing actually held at a regular commission meeting. And remember, there's a time frame that has to happen once he makes that request. It can't be any sooner than 15 days and no later than 30 days after the request is made. So we'll have to work that out timing-wise. So the discussion then on Tuesday is just going to be about the letter itself. I assume that's what you wanted to do, Commissioner Lister, correct?
Yes, I definitely want to discuss the letter, but this doesn't give the opportunity for anybody to come in and speak.
It's a workshop, so you can have, the public has the opportunity to speak on the items if that's what you're asking. The answer is yes.
Perfect, that's good.
Anything else to add? All right, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the items on the agenda as discussed.
I make a motion to approve the agenda items as discussed.
Second.
Any comments from staff? All right, the meeting is now open for public comment. All right, we have a first and a second. Will the interim city clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Black?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Douthert? Yes. Commissioner Lister?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodges?
Yes.
Commissioner Oakley?
Yes.
All right, seeing no further city business, the meeting is adjourned at 2:18.